action is coming your way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This place is gonna go crazy. Tonight, the dunk contest. And from the looks of this great competition, it is shaping up just as we had hoped. It's gonna have some high-flying action and some big-time jams.
Man, we've got so many great players in the dunk contest this year. Every one of them is capable of something special.
Yeah, the dunks these guys perform in games are incredible, guys. So I can't wait to see what they break out with when they've actually had the chance to rehearse.
And he'll be starting us out. Is that an advantage, Clark?
You know what? I think it cuts both ways, Kevin. I mean, you've got the pressure to go with something big to pump this crowd up and get them into it. But you also have the advantage.
What do we got going on here, Clark?
Another high flyer. Look at this elevation. And then the levitation, the pirouette, the 360.
Man, the hang time.
Oh, man, now that was special right there.
That was. I told first attempt for him. He's the second dunker of the night here. We'll see what he brings. What do we got going on here, Clark?
Oh, man, he went up and under.
Wow.
Powerful explosion. And then goes under the basket and around.
And guys, a powerful finish, too.
Yeah. It's up right in front of the rim and then takes it down and then goes to the side.
Chance to come out strong and make his presence felt, Clark.
And get the crowd on your side, too, Kevin. Always key to that's a big part of coming out strong, getting the crowd on your side.
Athletes always feel that, don't they?
Yeah, you feel that adrenaline, man.
Well, you practice, in silence, but when you're actually performing in the main event, there's an energy that just doesn't exist anywhere else, and you've got to use that to your advantage.
Check this out. Check this out. This is nice. That's a sweet
that is nice.
That is the extension, the launching pad right at the restricted arc, and then the reach back throwdown.
And tucked his legs back.
Yep.
Drexler-esque.
I like it. And here we go with Freak. Batting cleanup. He's looking to close out the first round of dunks with a bang.
Elevated, but nothing happened afterwards.
Yeah, lost it on the transfer.
Yeah, just kind of.
Boston's got a close race here with 3 players. I think Clark, he's really thinking about showing something special here.
Yeah, I think he needs to, Kevin, after that first dunk, which was rather pedestrian. He needs something to blow that first one out of the water here.
Well, you got to stay in the contest.
Oh, he just decided to bounce right from the restricted arc area.
Yeah.
Just exploding, 2-foot jump through the...
We're back to number 2 in the order, getting ready for it. And here he comes with another one.
Oh! Nasty! All one hand. Nasty!
And he's the 3rd dunker in the order.
Going after it here, Kevin.
He is. Oh, well, we've got the same dunks and notation now, I guess.
Yeah, I think a little more creativity clearly is in order here. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. Ramp up the creativity, boys.
Please, please. And here we go with Freak, finishing our 2nd cycle through the dunkers. He's back for more.
Windmill through the legs. Man,
how much how compact his moves are.
Exactly, that's the thing. He didn't need a launch pad for this one. He got right to the restricted arc area and then just elevated off 2 feet and went through his leg.
There's a lot going on there.
In a little bit of space.
In a little bit of
space.
That's
the thing that made that special.
You're right on. Yeah, wow. Austin's got a battle here with three guys not giving up. And we're back to our first contestant with him. Oh, here he goes again now.
And he bounces and jumps right over. Long jump, high jump, over 4 people.
Good. He's jumping over 4 people. That's very simple.
Yeah, and you got a high jump and long jump here, Kevin. That's the difficulty.
Yep. A lot of ground to clear.
And he did it beautiful.
Very good job. Third go around, second in the order. Well, let's see what he's got here, Clark.
Yep. He bounces, and he's about rim level with his head there. Look at how high he gets up, Kevin.
Yeah. Got that one up and in with style.
Yes, yes. Second from last, his final dunk of the night.
Oh!
Now see.
Oh!
Quicker than the eye.
Now that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Did he switch hands on that?
Yes, he did.
Look, he started with the left, palmed it, cupped it. Yeah,
That is pretty good.
That was awesome.
You start with that transfer from one hand to the other.
Oh, man, that's nasty.
All right,
there.
that's part one. Now you got to make that look with
Right,
some flair.
right.
And here we go with Freak. Last up, final dunk of the night.
Up and touching the backboard with the other hand.
And I think, he put a sticker up there with his other hand. It's not bad.
And now, time to reveal this year's dunk contest champion.
And what a job he did to pull out the biggest, baddest, flashiest champs. He earned the title of dunk champion. For sure.
No question, Clark. I mean, this was a fantastic event. Really exceeded my expectations. Just an amazing display of leaping and raw power.
And we got just what we've come to expect from the dunk contest. Excitement, energy, and of course, jaw-dropping dunks. For Steve Kerr and Clark Hillis, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
What's up, everybody? Freak, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Just hard to believe I get to be a part of all this.
It's the end of a long weekend. Just do your best and relax and enjoy it. Maybe give the fans a little show, too. But you all know things get serious in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah, I'll be ready. Butterfly's long gone by then.
What makes you think you'll even be playing in the fourth quarter, freak?
Okay. Just because I wasn't on the cover of 2K like the rest of y'all doesn't mean I can't get it done when it counts.
And you can't even get it done on a virtual court. I beat you without even trying last night.
Got you there.
You got lucky. Okay, I want a rematch.
Yo, I want in on this. I could take you or James.
Well, I got plenty of time to beat all of you. Steph, you want in on this too?
I'm in. Hope you know how to defend the long ball better than you do out here.
I'll take one after you guys are done. Might as well make me the championship game.
Ha! Okay, consider it done. It's gonna be easiest night of my life. But now it's time to start the real show with the league's newest star at center stage. Good luck tonight, fellas.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers.
Voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Well, they're passing to Hill. Okafor sets the pick for Hill. Again, missing Hill.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Durant drawing the double team. Davis, that's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And it's 6 points for Davis.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Antetokounmpo gets to Okafor. It's stolen by Davis. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
New players in now for the East. Mayo into the lane. Excellent D there from Parker.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Ross kicks to Parker. Ross against Thomas. Outside for Gasol. From outside, off the mark. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's deflected. Here is Ross. Lets the three fly, and that is good. Ross has got 7 points in the game.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And Curry, here we go. And Ross with the slam.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless...
A great event unfolding, one quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
He told me that he sprained his toe. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. Ross in at shooting guard. Marcus Saul is out there with Griffin. Then there's Parker, and it's Curry in at the point guard. The West All-Stars making a switch here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gasol. Anthony Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. LeBron, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. And James Harden subbed in for Steph Curry. The East making a switch. Okafor's checked in.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Davis. The second effort. It's laid in by Harden. Harden's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the West All-Stars. And here are the East All-Stars now. A 12-point game. Okafor with a screen on Harden. It's stolen by Davis. And the jam by Ross.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The East All-Stars have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The pass to Davis. Kicks to Ross. On the wing, Harden. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Butler with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Butler against LeBron. 6 to shoot. Outside Butler. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ross with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
George dishes to Lowry. It's stolen by Davis. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Ross, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Hill, he's checked in for the East. Rose comes in for Kyle Lowry. The West also making some changes. Durant comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Paul in for James Harden. Durant sets a screen for Paul. Pass to Ross. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 16 points for Freak.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
High post shot, and Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 8.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Parker's checked in. Davis has gone 4 of 6 from the floor here tonight. There's a screen. And here's Mayo for 3. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Durant with a screen on Rose. Paul passes to Durant. Ross with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Paul can't get it to go.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Mayo, and that's for 2. Nice shot from the wing.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And, Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
Paul gets a screen from Ross. Paul kicks to Ross. The shot is off. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Outside Hill. Towns sets the pick for Hill. Back to Mayo. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Puts up the baby hook. No good from Ross.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Hill, no good. Hill's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Ross on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
Rose dishes to Hill. And Davis sends it back. And so that's the end of the first half. West All-Stars lead by 13. And we'll be back for... to the NBA. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for the East. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Hill. The West also making some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Davis. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Ross in for Paul. Paul George is out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Thomas. And it's Okafor in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Pick by Okafor. Thomas against Ross. 5 to shoot. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Beal's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Curry's checked in. They double-team Curry. Ross passes to Curry. Here's Griffin, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Good on the second free throw. Curry with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And the jam by Ross.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Thomas kicks to Okafor. Pass to Beal. That's tipped. Butler on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Thomas dishes to Beal. That doesn't go either for Beal. Short. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Butler. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Okafor. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Ross with a screen on Thomas. No one near James as he lets it go. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight. Love outside. Thomas sets a screen for Love. He kicks it to Beal. Good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
James, good. James has got 6 in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Beal, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Lowry's checked in, and West also making a switch. Parker's checked in for Blake Griffin. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I think there's still enough time for them here, Kevin. I think there's a good chance they can make it happen.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Mayo's checked in, and George Hill's subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The West also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gasol. And Anthony Davis is subbed in for James. Now here's Ross. He's got 22. And it's Davis at the elbow. And that one's good. Davis has got 10.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Ross against Hill. He dishes it to Thomas. Right side, Mayo. The West All-Stars pull it in. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low, here's Ross. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. First one falls for him.
Love that sound.
And so he makes both from the line. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Thomas, and some nice defense. Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the West All-Stars, Ross, he's in at shooting guard. Durant is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Harden, and it's Paul in at the point. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the West All-Stars?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
He feeds it to Ross. The 3 ball. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Picked by Okafor. Hill passes to George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. James is checked in. Harden kicks to Ross.
And these fans are getting treated to just some amazing aerial action in this game.
And that's the way it should be, right? I mean, it's All-Star Week. You don't lay it in, you punch it in.
fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Pick by Okafor. The three from George. That's good. And here's Harden. LeBron outside. Ross against Butler. Kicks it out to James. Feeds it to Ross. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Mayo. Here's Hill. And they double up Butler. Goes up to the stripe. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. 13 points here for George.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
It's Harden with the drive. Rebound by the East All-Stars. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. And Harden with the stuff.
Woo-hoo! That's exactly why you watch the All-Star game. To see plays just like that.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
Dishes it to Ross. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Here's the screen. Outside Butler. Ross with the steal. And they're on the break. There's the lob to the hoop. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Okafor with a screen on Harden. Ross with the steal. And now it's Ross running. He can go all the way.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Outside Mayo. Launches it. That's good.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him. Got it. Get the ball inside.
Durant off a pick from Ross. And Durant, here we go. No good from Ross. Hill kicks to Mayo. And James pulls it down.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him. Got it. Get the ball inside.
Durant with it. He's picked up by Hill. Ross dishes to James. Durant sets a screen for James. It's stolen by Hill. Now the feed to Butler. There's a good screen. 5 on the clock. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his 5th foul. Bradley Beal's checked in for the East. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Hill.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
1:30 left to play in the final quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Towns, he's checked in for Paul George. Love comes in for Okafor. Rose, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Isaiah Thomas. Love, no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
Free with the three. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's the screen. Outside Lowry. goes up on the wing, drained for 2 points.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Puts up the baby hook. Griffin's shot is off. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Love. Here's Towns. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Now Walker. For three, Ross off target with that shot. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
Can you say freak-alicious? Watching this guy all season, I think most of us were expecting him to go off. He did not disappoint. It's a tremendous honor to be named MVP of the All-Star Game. Big-time career underway for this young man.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some